Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Temple of Possibilities. I am Minister William, or Reverend Will, if you wish, leading today's sermon of May 31st, 2026. And as always, I'll start with a moment of silence for prayer, meditation, or what have you. All right, thank you. Today's sermon is called The Courage to Show Up, and it was uploaded to the Unitarian Universalist Association website on May 27, 2026. And this does not list a writer. Courage starts with showing up and letting ourselves be seen. Brene Brown. In a world, courage takes a different form. In my world, courage takes a different form. I spend my days walking the halls in the Veterans Hospital and trying to start conversations. That probably sounds pretty easy to most, except I spend my days walking into patients' hospital rooms, round after round of, "Hi, my name is Callie. I'm one of the Chamberlains." I introduce myself to complete strangers and ask them if they would like to talk. It's funny the reactions I get. Some people laugh, some people ask, "Am I dying?" Sometimes people cry, sometimes they ask why. Sometimes they tell me to get out. One day, after my awkward introduction, a veteran said, "I have to tell you about the last Chamberlain I met." They began to tell me about a Chamberlain who embraced a love the sinner, hate the sin theology. The chaplain, not me, proceeded to talk with them about how they could pray their homosexuality away. As I stood in the doorway, I thought about all the things I could say to comfort this individual. I could tell them that I accept them. I could tell them I'm not like that. I could explain how Chamberlains follow strict ethical code of conduct and that never should have happened. Instead, I chose humor. I said, "Well, if I did that, my wife would be pissed." In 10 short words, the air in the room changed, and the veteran invited me to sit down. Instead of feeling rejected, the veteran felt welcome in the room, welcome in the conversation, welcome in their true self, welcome to be their true self. We began to talk about their current situation and the struggle that weighed heavy in their heart. Everyone deserves a chance to feel welcome and accepted. As a Veterans Affairs chaplain, my ministry is heavily focused on the most marginalized people in our community, the LGBTQ veterans and women's veterans. I cannot begin to tell you how hard it is for these individuals to enter a veterans hospital. How much courage it takes to show up as themselves and seek care. But when they do, I will be there. I will continue to walk into the rooms and say, "Hi, my name is Callie. I'm one of the chaplains." Prayer. God, who is love, help us receive each and every person as part of the beautiful tapestry of your image. Each complicated, broken, variant, amazing, and wildly different person. Help us show up with love in our hearts and a little more and a little bit of humor. Amen. Sometimes the hardest thing someone can do is just be themselves and be accepted as themselves. And it is our job to accept people for who they are, regardless if we agree with it or not. My personal opinion, as long as no one's hurting anyone, nothing else matters. They're not hurting themselves, they're not hurting anyone else. Nothing else matters. There's no point, no reason not to accept somebody and to show them love. I've been lucky enough to have people come into my life who, while they haven't always necessarily agreed with me or my way of thinking, they have always shown me love. And I've had people come in my life who decided not to love me simply because I thought and felt differently about things. But you have to have the courage to be yourself. You can't live a lie just to make others comfortable. Plus you have to have the courage to be there when people pour their raw self out to you and try to be themselves. Let them know that regardless, you will love them and be there for them. And make all the hardships in their life a little less hard. Remember, when we all come together, the possibilities are endless. And I'll see you next week. Thank you.